This tutorial is for learning how to program an antagonist in a video game or another character that you can't control. And the way you want to add one is add a new sprite. Go down to this button where you can choose a sprite and click on the one you want. I chose the bat. And you may want to choose one that has a couple different costumes. And the way to find that out is click on it. So if you, or you don't have to click on it, I'm sorry, just hover over it. So you'll notice this has a few costumes, this one doesn't, this one does, this one does. So I've already chosen the bat and I wrote this script. So let's take a look at it. There's two scripts, and this one is for its costume. And I'm going to move that to the side for now. This one's for its position. So I started out like in the previous tutorial where I set its size, and I can change that at any point, and I hit it because you don't want it to appear until the right time. And then we put everything in a forever loop so this can continue to happen. And the first thing we did is we had it wait a random number of seconds. Now that random block is under the operators. It's right here, and you can change. We just picked 1 to 3 because it seemed reasonable. And then for this next block, I had it go to a specific position. And I have it go to X 240 and Y 0. And that might not make any sense to you until you go to the backdrop and you choose the right costume. The costume I'm going to choose is this one. It's the XY grid. Let me go back to the bat. There we go. And on this XY grid, you can see that the top of the screen, the Y position is 180. The bottom of the screen, the Y position is negative 180. And then on the right of the screen over here, X is 240. X is negative 240 over here. So the bat is going to fly in right over here from this position each time. And when it does that, we want it to show up. So it's going to wait a certain number of seconds. It's going to go to the side, and then it's going to fly in. The next piece of code is what we want the bat to do. And we're going to put it inside a conditional or a repeat until block. And we're going to say, hey, repeat this until touching the baseball, because that's our projectile that we've programmed. And if you remember, the cat will throw a baseball if you press the space bar. There we go. Okay, let me stop that. So what's in here is the cat is going to point towards sprite 1 and move 5 steps. And it's going to stay in that loop and continue repeating that until it touches the baseball. And when that condition's met, it will move on and hide. So that's a position script. You can see that right over here. The other script that I also made is right here. And this one is a costume script. Let me move that label back up. Here we go. So this is separate, and what it does is it just controls the costume of the bat. And if you want to see what costumes a sprite has, click on the costumes and you can see them up here. And the bat has, let's see, it has 4 costumes. I just chose 2, and I'm having it alternate between those 2 costumes, and you can set up how much time, and I have it at a 1/10 of a second. So if I run this script right now, or both of them, it'll wait a certain amount of time, and then the bat will fly towards the cat, and it'll stay there until the baseball hits it, and then it disappears, and then it'll repeat again. Now, if I wanted to add a little more variation in here, instead of just flying straight at the cat, what I could do is I could add another wait block inside of this, and I could add an operator, a random selection. So I could have it go from, I don't know, how about a 1/10 of a second to 2 seconds? Well, to 1 second. So what it'll do is it'll add a little bit of, possibly a little bit of, there we go. And the bat's not going to move evenly now. Now that might be too slow, but you can decide what you want and kind of make it your own. Now there's a problem you might have noticed. There we go. It's not going to work every time because sometimes it might be stuck on this 1 second, and it won't get back to touching the baseball. So taking this out ensures that the baseball works. Putting it in gives you a little more random behavior. So if you don't want it to move that fast, maybe just reduce the number of steps to 3, and we'll see what happens now. There you go. Now it's not moving so fast, and it works every time the baseball is thrown at it. Hope that's useful. Good luck coding.